As a result, Jira is probably for quality management. Jira is a software that comes under, yes, it comes under PMI, yes. Yeah, it comes under PMI. Which software you are going to use to work for that, that comes there. Those softwares are coming there. What software are we using there? And we use artifact to manage the entire things. We need to have a plan how we are going to store those artifacts, how we are going to standardize it. Every organizations have those, and of course we need to customize. And that's what I was talking to you guys. Like maybe somebody give the suggestion that we can put this data instead of WhatsApp, maybe at a share folder. So that can be looked into that. And if you, apart from Google Drive, you can tell me what is the secure one, maybe password protected, we can look into that. So we have different type of documents that we use into our organizations. We look into that, we customize the artifact, maintain it to handle all the artifacts, how and all the versions of the product that we have. We have a configuration management system. That configuration management system and configuration management plan basically handle those things. I'll cover that once again, this version control and configuration management system in the integration area. Acha. We need to have a open communication, promote unity, diversity. Dropbox, is it secure? We need to create a team where we can help. Acha, can anyone share me an example where in your organization being safe, like where they were actually being safe in the organization helped you to promote growth, or where you were happy because you joined that organization and that organization was kind of safe? Anyone could give me an example in their in their organizations? Anyone care to that? Like environment was so good that you were allowed to make mistakes and that actually helped you to improve productivity. Anyone would like to give the example? Okay. I was in an organization. I was in an organization where actually making mistake, or they have built such a good environment, 90% of their employees stay with them for 40-45 years. Because there was an employee who came at 19 years, and when I came there, he was 67. He worked in the same organization. And his son was working there, his son-in-law was working in the same, and so many other similar stories where the environment was so good. But like, what was the good in that part? Even if you are a project manager or even if you are a helper, nobody was allowed to abuse you. Where in the same sectors, other organization does not care. You get the salary or you don't get the salary, they respect you. Without any religion, without any position, they have built that safe environment where even a helper can go and talk to the project manager about his personal problem. So that's a safe environment. Don't you think if we have such safe environment, we will work into that and we will improve it? What do you think? Will that help or not? Yeah. In addition to building a safe environment, we need to make sure that rewards and recognitions are properly given. Rewards is more of a tangible thing, but there's a safe environment, but not growth. Not necessary. Not necessary. It's not necessary that these things cannot go parallel. They can go parallel. Challenging environment and environment where people are making mistakes and learning from that is entirely different. It's not necessary that Hafiz, with all due respect, I would disagree with that. Acha. So rewards are kind of a tangible thing like money. Yeah, you may have worked it, you may have worked it. So it can be different, but yeah, I would agree with you that. Tangible money, things like that, recognition, good, very well done. What do you think which is more effective, rewards or recognition? What do you think which is more effective? Rewards or recognitions? Rewards, both. Actually, Sayed, recognitions as more effective. Saying in front of the right people, you did a great job. That's kind of that. For me, I'll tell you myself, for me, having all the money, it's good. But saying my big brother, for me, he's the most important person. You did a great job. That makes all the difference in the world. Recognition from a particular person, recognition in a proper way. Like getting recognition in a person is okay, but recognizing in front of the entire team, what do you think, is that important? Is $100 important? Right? That makes all the difference in the world. But you need to understand the cultures, customs before giving rewards or recognition. Understand this thing. Let's say you can you give a bottle of alcohol to a Muslim, that will be a problem. You took a as a reward to you took your Hindu project manager to a beef restaurant. That's not good. You need to understand the custom, religions, things like that before giving. For example, a woman from a Southeast Asia, Pakistan, India, you come and say, very well done on her back. That is not gonna good land good for you. Touching is not allowed. That culture does not allow you. And that happens. This is not something out of the box. That happens. People without even knowing they make those mistakes. And then like using the hand symbols. If I do this, have you seen me? I avoid doing this. I continuously do this. Not I even miss try to I try not to do this. I try to do this. I don't do that. Or any other single. It can have a different meaning. So understanding those and giving rewards and recognition is kind of very important. Okay. So we need to discuss how we discuss about the difference voting techniques, how we can do that, voting, autocratic, plurality, unanimity, majority. Of course, we need to use RACI to understand who is responsible for which task. Guys, what was RACI? Can anyone tell me? Responsible, accountable, consultant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So we need to give them the task and then we need to measure their task. We discuss emotional intelligence. It had 5 components: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills. Okay. Now, who is doing better, me or my daughter? I actually do meditation. She always disturb me in my meditation. So who's uh, actually my wife shared this picture today, so I put it there. This is kind of our self-awareness, knowing that how basically this is example of like meditation is a good example of self-awareness. I used to get angry a lot. I still do. I have yelled at 4 people today. But controlling your emotion, understanding how we can do that. No one is saying me, seriously. Yeah. So emotional intelligence, self-awareness, understanding how we can manage, how we can build relationship, how we can work into that. That is always an important. I had to think you get angry as well. Make ask any out of the question, and you will understand. Empathy, inward, like empathy is understanding from both point of view what that person is saying, what that person is thinking, what motivates them. That comes to the motivational things. Okay. So we discussed in the like we need to communicate with the stakeholder. What is the most important thing when we are communicating with the stakeholders? Anyone can tell me? Put in the chat box. Apart from that, understanding how much information they require. For example, a stakeholder asks for a high level information summary. Understanding customization. Apart from listening, customization, tailoring. If somebody needs a high level information, give that information and customize it according to that. That is why we come to an important topic that we need to train the people. We need to coach the people. We need to mentor the people. We need to look into that, what they needed. Like training is basically learning a skill. Coaching is more of a soft skill. Mentoring is developing a person for a long term. Okay. So how do you require it? You identify the need, what a person need that. We plan for that training, identifying the training requirement. The training can be classroom, and this cost must be documented in the communication and the resource management plan. We provide the training, and then we measure the training outcomes. Of course, at the start of the at the start of the project, the coaching is or training is the overall, then the individual come. This is clear to everyone? Put in the chat box. This is clear. We discuss in the start. No? Yeah. Remember, training outcomes must be measured. And whenever any problem occurs, training is the solution. Never escalate it. It was supposed to be escalated. Never fire someone. Never say bad things. Okay. These are the important things because our teams are a self-organizing team, and we need to measure the training outcomes, and we need to maintain a relationship with the team. Then we discussed how we manage the conflict. Okay, we discussed this thing from the slide. We solved the question in the conflict, no? Yeah, this question we solved it. Yeah. Okay, let me summarize the entire team topic with Takmalnet. Before that, how do we measure training outcomes? Harshita, you took a training from me yesterday for a fundamental topic. How did I measure your training outcome? Tell me in the chat box. How did I measure it? I gave you question answers to a questionnaire, result of exam. So things like that can be used to measure the training outcomes by sending the questions. Yeah, yeah. Acha ji. This is going this way. Okay. So just to summarize the entire topic so that you can understand it one more time. At the start, the first step is forming. In the forming, the team is coming towards you. The team is new. The team is coming towards you. You make team charter and ground rules to set that how the team is going to do. You identify their strengths, their weaknesses, what they are good at, what they are bad at, and provide them work according to them. Okay. And of course, you measure their training needs, what trainings they need, which type of trainings they require. You provide those training. Okay. Here, the role of the project manager is more of a directive in nature because he's giving them directions. Hey, do this, do that. We need to do this, do that. We need to work into that. So team is kind of a okay, slowly setting in. Then the reality sets in is a challenge of leadership. I want to be a leader, or my way is the right way. So storming starts happening. Here, the project manager need to do coaching. What does coaching mean? Here, the project manager need to use active listening, understand emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence consists of 5 things. What was 5 things, please? Put in the chat box. What are the 5 things? What are the 5 things in emotional intelligence? Yourself, manage, social skills, empathy, motivation. Then we discussed multiple motivational theories, Maslow, McGregor theory, X and Y, Herzberg theorization, McLean's, all those theories we discussed. Then we identify that there are 5 levels of conflict. Okay. At level 1, project manager does not take part. If the level goes above, then the project manager need to look. He identify the conflict at what level is that and list down what possible solution can be and choose one of them. Okay. So different solutions that we had was problem solving, collaboration, confrontation, hit, lose, win, lose, win. Okay. If I care for myself, care for others. Okay. So we identify that this was kind of a storming phase. If you manage the properly, if you manage the people properly, and once the storming phase passes, then you reaches to the norming phase. Here, you start understanding the habits of the team, how the team learn to that. Okay, how the team learns into that. We work into that. Power, I'll give you a template. That is here we need to do mentoring. Now team is understanding how to do the thing. Then finally, we reach the highest stage, performing. Here the team knows how they are going to do the work. You sit aside, you let them do their work, you delegate the task. And then at the end, adjourning. Now the team is leaving. Again, they need coaching and mentoring. That is a Tuckman ladder, Tuckman thing, and that is the entire team topic. Any confusion in the entire team topic. So, yes, Amar.
At the last stage, that is adjourning. Why we need that coaching again? The team is, I
When
guess,
the
dissolving.
when the team members are leaving, they becomes emotional. Okay, they becomes emotional.
Okay.
So in order to manage their emotions, we need to look into that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. They start feeling detached. So breakout rooms are open. I need a beautiful mind maps of team topic. Please go ahead. Start making the breakout rooms. You have 10 minutes.